am thrilled to death to welcome in our next guest. Now, folks, you are the actual inventor of this, Claire.
That's right.
And we've seen your sister Kathy. She's been here because she lives a little closer to the
That's
studios, right? But today we are honored with having Claire with us, Clare Green. And Claire was the innovator. She was you have the patent. You're the one that did everything in this. And I want you to tell the viewers how you originally designed it. The item we're talking about are called little presser foots, and they're just so cool.
Right. The first one is the Satinedge presser foot, and this one I invented for a blind lady so that she could do the little stitching on the edge of the napkins. And I don't know if they can get a close-up of this. This is the Satinedge foot, and it has a little metal pin connected to a white plastic guide, and it does the guiding for you.
So it's going to guide for anyone.
That's right.
If they can see, wonderful. If they can't,
just like
it's going to do it. All right. And look, she's doing this. Now, what I want to stress, this will fit on any zigzag machine.
That's right.
That's a zigzag machine. You could put anything on it. Now, what you're doing is you're showing a beautiful finish on a napkin. You're not even guiding that at all.
Nope. No need to guide it.
This is for me.
And it doesn't tunnel. If anyone out there has ever tried this before, they know that it's usually you're having to really steer it straight. If you go a little bit to one side or the other, the stitch gets wider and narrower. Because this does the steering for you, you end up with a perfect, consistent zigzag width the entire length of the fabric.
Please,
and the reason these feet do attach to all zigzag sewing machines is because each foot comes as a snap-on presser foot. We want to show this right here.
Okay.
Each foot comes as a snap-on foot, and we have 4 snap-on adapters in the package, and they snap right onto the foot so that no matter what sewing machine you have, no matter how new or old it is.
Yeah. You want to hold that? Yeah, they can see that. Okay, can you guys see that?
Right on.
Now, this is called the Creative Feet Presser Foot, and it does come with the instructions. It's item number 009558, folks. Only $18.95. Now, we've got their choice, and you just did the Satinedge, correct? All right, but you can also do the pearls and piping, and we're going to show them both of those as we get going on it.
First, I'm going
to
show another thing that you can do. It's applique. An applique is usually very frustrating. People have to get their face
you got to go all the way around and everything on this.
You're supposed to make sure that just the right swing of the needle falls off the fabric's edge, and with this, you don't have to watch the sewing machine needle. Instead, you watch the foot, and the foot keeps the. As long as the pin is off the edge, so is your sewing machine needle. So you don't have to sit like this anymore. If anyone out there's ever done applique, you can just sit back and relax, and your stitch ends up very consistent. It also does top stitching, edge stitching, pin tucking, and you can use it for quarter-inch seam allowances, for quilting.
See, this is a pretty thick fabric you've got there too, so it will follow. It'll edge on even thick cotton fabric that's also known as padding, girls. I don't know if you can see this at home, but you can see this. This is definitely not a thin, flimsy material. It's a very thick pad. Let me just kind of turn it over here, Gary. Let's see which camera you're shooting from so I can show them how thick this one is. Let me slide that in there. See that? And then it slides over. It's very thick, all right? So I just wanted to say, there you go. Thanks, Gary. So you can see that this is not a thin material, and it just glides along. Okay, now what are you doing?
Now I'm doing top stitching, and this is usually very frustrating. You have to get your face right down there again to guide perfectly straight. With this, you're able to sew at full speed.
I noticed that.
And I don't know if you can scan up.
Boy, this is what I've always needed. Do you know, I'll be honest with you, Claire, one of the reasons I was never good at sewing is it was that guiding thing. Mine would be all crooked, and of course in home ec, she'd take off for that. Wonder if they let us use these in home ec.
Actually, they are being used in some of the schools. I'm going to show the invisible applique next.
Okay.
And before you put it on the sewing, or view the sewing machine, if you can look at these quilts right here, these were done with the invisible applique technique.
Now we're going to try to show you this, folks, and again, it's real important for you to see this because it's invisible, so you don't see any of the threading. When you want to see it, of course, you can see the way we've done around the napkins and around the appliques, but over here, you can see that this is all done and you don't have that visibility. In fact, if I need to lift that, I can lift that for you too, but look at that. Now you're going to show us how we can do that too. Everything that you're showing is in the kit, in their little presser feet, everything's going to be included.
That's right.
Okay.
Each foot comes with an instruction book as well. Now, all you do is use a very narrow zigzag width. This is something that most people can't do because they can't see well enough.
Right.
But here I'm just using a really small width on my zigzag and stitching around. And you end up with without seeing any stitching at all.
That is fact. Let me go back over this, folks. If you're sitting there considering this, this is wonderful. One of the first things we hear from people that say, oh gosh, I've had to give up my sewing because I just can't see like I used to. This was originally designed for a blind lady. So what you're finding now, that this is great for anyone that maybe your vision is not as good as it used to be, and you can't see to do those little fine details on the appliques. This machine is really your eyes. It guides it for you, and it's very simple.
Right, and now I'm going to show the pearls and piping foot. It has a deep channel underneath the presser foot that allows you to ride right over beads. This little, right here, sorry guys, there we go. And this little bib was done using the pearls and piping foot. Invisible, using a double needle, we've got corded pin tucks, and of course putting the beads on. But first I'm going to show how you can sew piping. Piping is usually very frustrating. It's hard to get your sewing machine needle to go right next to the piping, but with this foot, it does the guiding of the cord for you. So all I'm doing is moving my needle to the side of the piping, and you just, all the beeping is just changing my stitch.
You're just changing the stitch right now for one, okay.
And everything that we do is just with straight stitch or a zigzag. Does not require any of the fancy stitches.
Now again, these will go with any zigzag machine.
That's
folks.
right.
Practical hands, it's almost practically hands-free sewing, it really is. No stress applique, you can, no more crooked straight stitches. You're originally designed for an unsighted sewer and a non-adjustable design. This adjustable guide gives you the freedom to create just about anything. It fits all the zigzag sewing machines. 4 adapters and illustrated instruction booklet is included with each package. Let's say hi to some callers out there. Caller?
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
Charlotte.
Hi.
How are you today?
Fine.
And say hello to our guest.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Great.
What kind of sewing are you planning on doing?
Actually, I don't do as much as I used to because I have twin boys that are almost 2 years old. But I do a lot of crafting sewing, and the Satinedge will be great for doing quilts.
I have a 9 or 11-year-old son, and he actually does machine applique. And a 9-year-old or 8-year-old daughter, Jennifer, who made a Barbie dress that's sitting on the table
This
here.
right here your daughter did?
Right.
Oh my goodness.
She just did this
Did she do this
about a
portion
week
too?
ago. She did yes,
With
she
the
did
pearl,
all
this
the
is
stitching.
with the pearl presser. She did this with the pearl presser. I don't know if you can see this up close or not, Charlotte, but she did, of course, her satin on the top and the bottom right here, the peplum, and then look down here on the pearl presser. Now this is going to go right on. You've got a zigzag sewing machine, right?
Right.
Good, because if you don't, we can help you out with that today too, okay?
I already have the pearl and piping foot, and I love it, so I had to get the Satinedge.
So you do have this already?
Yeah.
What would you tell the people out there that are a little hesitant right now, Charlotte, wondering how in the world this really works? Is it as easy as it looks?
Easier.
Easier?
Easier.
Okay,
Easier.
this
When
is
I
what I
first
can
saw it, I wasn't sure that I would be able to do it, but there's nothing to it.
Yeah.
Well, next hour, we're going to be showing another foot as well. So you'll have to keep watching.
Oh, I'll have to keep watching.
That is, I can't get over this pearl one because I usually do the gluing stuff.
So that
takes
so much longer.
Oh, it takes so much longer. Yeah, that is amazing to me.
And this is dry cleanable and machine washable. And isn't that a nice edge on a piping? I don't know if you can see that.
Charlotte, that's the first one you ordered, right?
Right, right.
Oh, man, that's the one I was impressed with, too, honey. Both of them are great, but it's so great to get your call. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Happy sewing.
Bye-bye.
Now, there's a great call. She had already ordered in on the pearl presser, and she decided that, hey, I'm going to get the one with the little satin. Now, you're putting in a beading here that is just beautiful. This is actually looks like little crystals.
It is. It's Australian crystals. And you can see how I'm not holding the trim at all. All I have to do is steer the fabric, and the beads or trims just follow along all by themselves.
I hope they can see that because it literally feeds it in here. She doesn't have to sit there and trim and hold her fabric and hold her beads and do all that. The presser foot is going to guide that automatically. So wonderful in design. And when we take this out, I know it looks like it's crooked there. Wait till we take this out. Okay, and we have another caller. And her name is?
Clarice.
Clarice
Hi,
from
Clarice.
Oklahoma. Hi.
Hi.
Clarice, say hello to Claire.
Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
Just fine. How are you?
Oh, fine, thank you.
Oh, good.
Is this your first time to order this, Clarice?
This first time I've ordered this. The last time I missed it, they were sold out by the time I called, and I was so disappointed. So I'm real excited about it being on.
Do you know what's so funny you should say that, because when they told me I was going to get to do this, and I had not done the presser feet, and I go, gosh, is this complicated? I'm thinking, here's what I'm thinking, a presser foot. I'm thinking like the old, you know, down there on the sewing machine, the foot that I put my foot pedal on.
Right.
And I looked at this, I go, wait a minute, these things look so simple.
Oh, it looks
look
like
at
so much fun. I can't wait.
Oh, man, you have a zigzag sewing machine, right?
Right.
Clarice, that's all you need. And can I show them this again?
Sure.
Look at this. Look at this, Clarice, what she's just done. And I want to stand up here, so excuse me, Claire, for doing that. But
That's
look
fine.
what she just done. And she just sewed that on. Simply guides it automatically. You're going to have a ball.
And that was just a straight stitch.
Right.
That is amazing.
That's exciting.
Enjoy it, Clarice. I can't wait to hear back from you. And please call us when Claire or Kathy is back with this item, okay?
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye, hon.
All right, thank you.
Now,
Bye-bye.
I need to remind everybody that the time is just about over with this. We have got a lot to share with you today. You want to get your item numbers because you might want to think about it and go, gosh, I should have got it. You can still do that. 009-558. You can choose either or. $18.95. Now you're putting more than one on it together.
That's right. I'm putting three trims down at the same time, and just to show how little guiding or no guiding you have to do, put the beads to the side and they will automatically feed together underneath the tunnel. And you can go in any direction you want. You don't have to go straight. Of course, going straight is something that you can do as well. And then after you stitch them down, you just push down and they all lay side by side.
Look at that. Can you see that there? Now I want to go over this again, make sure. The C pearls and piping snap-on foot's included. They get the L-shaped pearls and piping.
That's old text.
Oh, that's old one?
Now
okay,
we have just one foot.
They gave that one to me, and I'm like, whoa, I read on that. All right, so on the pearls and piping, it's one step. It's great for bridal sewing.
That's right. We have a really nice veil here. This is the pearls and piping foot up.
Oh, okay.
And if you can get a close-up on it, I can show you we have a little slider on it, which makes this foot adjustable as well. There's a little washer on the pin. On this little bar,
clever of
and you
you,
just
Claire.
slide this, and it moves the tunnel underneath the foot to the left or the right, so that it helps with your needle positions.
Yeah. Now I want to remind everybody that we are going to show you a sewing machine that if you don't have a zigzag that's coming up, that this will fit on. It'll fit on any zigzag sewing machine. $18.95. Do get yours now. Coming up with Darlene Cahill's our